Hello, and welcome to Popcorn News, something to watch while you eat popcorn. Do not try to comprehend it all, nay, just eat the popcorn. The year 1798 was a key year. In April of that year, this book, Proofs of a Conspiracy, was published in the United States. And in May of that year, 1798, the Reverend Jedediah Morse gave a sermon in Boston warning about the presence of the Bavarian Illuminati in the United States. And in July 1798, the Alien and Sedition Acts were passed into law. So you can see that 1798 was kind of a key year, and it all is tied together to an extent with the secret society of Freemasons, New England, and the Bavarian Illuminati by Vernon Stuffer, originally published in 1918. What is now going on in America, that was around 1798, is part of the same deep-laid and extensive plan which has been in operation in Europe for many years. These, the Reverend Jedediah Morse continued, are reasonable and just fears in the light of the disclosures made in a work written by a gentleman of literary eminence in Scotland within the last year, and just reprinted in this country, entitled Proofs of a Conspiracy. And in the footnote here, Morse's first acquaintance with Robeson's volume is thus explained by him. The first copies which were sent to America arrived at Philadelphia and New York, at both which places the reprinting of it was immediately undertaken, and the Philadelphia edition was completed, ready for sale in the short space of 3 weeks. This was about the middle of April 1798. The book is published in America. May 1798, Jedediah Morse gives his sermon in Boston warning about the influence of the Bavarian Illuminati in the United States. In July, again 1798, the Alien and Sedition Acts are passed and signed into law. So it all started, proofs of a conspiracy. The following facts are brought to the light of day in this volume. For more than 20 years past, a society called the Illuminated has been in existence in Germany. Its express aim is to root out and abolish Christianity and overthrow all civil government. It approves of such atrocious principles as the right to commit self-murder and the promiscuous intercourse of the sexes, while it condemns the principles of patriotism and the right to accumulate private property. In the prosecution of its infamous propaganda, it aims to enlist the discontented, to get control of all such cultural agencies as the schools, literary societies, newspapers, writers, booksellers, and postmasters. It is bent upon insinuating its members into all positions of distinction and influence, whether literary, civil, or religious. Practically all of the civil and ecclesiastical establishments of Europe have already been shaken to their foundations by this terrible organization, the Illuminati. The French Revolution itself is doubtless to be traced to its machinations. The successes of the French armies are to be explained on the same ground. The Jacobins are nothing more nor less than the open manifestation of the hidden system of the Illuminati. The order has its branches established and its emissaries at work in America. So, how does this fit in with Freemasonry? Well, the Reverend Morse was cautious there. Before making room for the admonitions which Morse based upon this exposition, his treatment of the Masonic bearings of the subject should be noticed. As delivered by Morse, the Fast Day Sermon of May 9th, 1798, contained no reference to the relations alleged to exist between the Order of the Illuminati and the lodges of Freemasonry. The Charleston pastor's silence upon this important phase of the matter is best explained in the light of the pains which he took, when the sermon was committed to type, to handle this delicate and embarrassing aspect of the case. Extended footnotes dealing with the omitted topic and expressive of great reserve and caution comprise a substantial part of the printed sermon. In these, Morse repeated the charge which Robeson had made before him, that the Order of the Illuminati had had its origin among the Freemasons, but hastened to add that this was because of corruptions which had crept into Freemasonry, so that Illuminism must be viewed as, quote, a vile and pestiferous scion grafted on the stock of simple Masonry. And involved in all this, we come up again with the name of Monsieur le Comte de Saint-Germain. The Comte de Saint-Germain by Isabel Cooper-Oakley, originally published 1912, republished by ForgottenBooks.org. And we find that Monsieur de Saint-Germain was one of the selected representatives of the French Freemasons at their great convention at Paris in 1785. Count Saint-Germain, a key Freemason in Paris in 1785. An account is also given of the initiation of Cagliostro by the Comte de Saint-Germain. So we have Saint-Germain, Freemasons, Paris, 1785. He initiates Cagliostro. But there's some controversy about it. The Abbé Barruel indicted the whole body of Freemasonry, individually and collectively, in terms so violent and on charges so unfounded that even non-Masons and anti-mystics protested. The charges were carefully investigated and rejected by some. Mounier says there are accusations so atrocious that before adopting them, a just man must seek the most authentic testimony. And this view appears to be well corroborated, according to the author Isabel Cooper-Oakley. In fact, the proof is conclusive that Monsieur de Saint-Germain had nothing to do with the Jacobin party as the Abbé Barul and the Abbé Mignet have tried to insist. So, Saint Germain, Illuminati or not, you decide.